Page 64, La Donna E Mobile. I don't speak Italian, don't know what it means. You can go look it up. It's from an opera. 3/4 time. We're still in the key of B flat major. 2 flats. Right hand first. Up here. 1, 2, 3. You got this dotted rhythm. Those 2 notes come on beat 1. That half note comes on beat 2. Keep the 16th note short. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's that 1 just short. Or you can go 1 and 2. And that comes in between the and. 1 and 2. Or you can go 1 and a 2 if you go slow. Otherwise you feel it. 1. Now the A's, I recommend a 2-1 there. When you're playing quick notes, it's easier if you use 2 fingers. You get in the habit of that rather than trying to use the same finger. I like to do that anyway. Just don't turn this dotted rhythm into a triplet. Don't go. Bum, ba, ba, da, 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 da. No, that short note's got to be short. It's got to be crisp. And that's really the trickiest rhythm for the most of this. You get over to page 65, second line. You have this half note. You're going to hold, and then you go triplets. Now it's a triplet. 1 and a 2, 1 and 2, 1 and a. And the staccatos will help you to. And then here, I recommend a 5/4 here, because the repeated notes. Try and get into the habit of using different fingers on repeated notes, especially when they happen quick like that. Whichever. And then the third line, and the third finger, just come up a little bit. And then again. And then the last line, triplets, 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2 and. Sounds wonderful, don't it? And then third finger. And that, again, we're back to the dotted rhythm here. But don't play them as triplets here. I do a 1, 2, 4 in the last one. You can do a 1, 2, 5. They're not wrong with it. I just like 1, 2, 4. Left hand has the broken chord accompaniment. Keep it soft. Pretty much throughout. Most of it. Put the hands together. What do we get? And this 1 measure rest is important. It's just a sudden interruption. What's going on? What? Gets your attention. And then you just go on. And that, actually, those first 2 lines, you see the double bars at the end of the first line? All that's introduction. The piece doesn't actually start until the 3rd line here. Let's go over to page 65. Second line, you're up here. And then the F is by itself. Lift everything up. Hang on to that a little bit. And I know that sounds wonderful. That's the way it is. And then you go up. The left hand. Just get this 4, 3, and then so. You have to work out this fingering. It's a tricky in both hands. On this is a challenging piece. Let's go down to the last line. You're here. I'm just rotating here. They're just transferring away from note to note. I'm not holding the hand still. I'm trying to use the fingers. I'm rotating. And then you go up. And then you put in the articulation. The staccatos, these are short staccatos. And the accents. The left hand is staccato pretty much throughout. There's no accent there. And this is not staccato in the right hand. The left hand stays staccato, but not the right hand. And then it's suddenly nothing, and then staccato again. Get the idea? Till you get down to the last line, the last two measures. Right hand, that is not staccato. Actually, it's the last line there. See, we want a difference between this bouncy and this line. Connect it. That has to be, make sure it's there. The left hand stays staccato, which is a challenge too, because now you're doing two different things in the hands. Go to the top, page 65, you're up here. There's an accent on the half note. Hang on to that for a little bit and then go on. For a little bit, then you go on. So you get to where you can put in the articulation. You don't have to go that fast. You go your speed, because the beat has to keep going. You can't have any hesitations in the beat. Then you go back and add the dynamics. They apply to the right hand. Keep the left hand out of the way. It's just supporting. Loud at the beginning. See, the accent in effect makes that note very loud. Just to. Then when you get to the end of the second line, after that pause, after that grand pause, that silence for a measure, now you're soft. Well, the left hand's soft anyway, so just stay there in the left hand. The next line, you start out moderately loud. You're not as loud as you were at the beginning, but you're still on the loud side. Then when you repeat it at the bottom, you go back to the third line again, because of the reverse repeat sign. The second time, now you're going to play it loud like you did at the beginning. And then when you get over to page 65, all of a sudden you're soft. A little louder. That's loud. Don't get loud until that half note. So I'm just doing it like one measure at a time. I'm getting a little louder here again. The beginning of 65 is soft. A little louder. Actually, I'm kind of doing it every two measures. I get a little louder every two measures. So soft. A little louder. A little louder. Now. And then all of a sudden you're soft. Then you're going to get a little louder. Don't go up to maybe medium loud at the most. Don't get loud. Now very soft. It's like an echo. Now you're gradually going to get louder, and don't get loud until the F there in the last line. So on these triplets, that's the loud part. Don't get loud till then. So again, starting in the third line down where it's very soft. Now, and you ended with a staccato, and that's a mark, that upward arrow thing at the end, that's a marcato mark. That is a strong accent. That's just like end it very loud. Yeah, and you get these accents there in the last, I mean, they're all accent. Not every note is accented, but you see the accent? And then the marcato is a major accent. Collapse the wrist on that. Don't play with a stiff wrist. You gotta let the wrist collapse on that. And that's the idea with the dynamics. get to know the piece and you start feeling the dynamics a little better. As far as the speed goes, it's on the fast side of the moderate range, sort of. Huh. 1, 2, 3 type thing. You have to take it your speed though, because it's got to be accurate. No hesitations anywhere. It's got to be accurate. They're adding a little bit of pedal up here on the page 65 for the half note here. That's mainly to add overtones to that. And then lift it when you play the F. And there's a retardando there. You're going to linger on the F. Hang on to that and then linger on that, maybe like a half note, an extra beat, and then the octaval means take off again. And then at the bottom of the page for that half note quarter, again that's for overtones here. This time lift it after you play the F sharp. Connect it. Connect this and this. Connect them together and use the pedal to do that. And then you, like so. I'm not going to show the pedal because they're just using those 2 points. You can get that. I'd like to play it with you slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. I'm not going to do the dynamics, but I will do the repeats that they're showing. And on these fermatas, I'm just going to double the value, so I'm going to hold it 4 counts instead of 2 on the both fermata half notes. So I'll give us 3 counts. Let's play it together slowly. If you're going to use pedal on the, then put your foot on the pedal right here at the beginning. Leave it on for the whole piece. Don't be putting your pedal or your foot on the pedal and off the pedal. No. Nobody wants to watch you dance while you're playing the piano. You just leave it there for the piece if you're going to use it at all. 1, ready, go. Rest, 2, 3. Repeat. Go on. Hold 2. Hold 2.